Go, baby, go. There we go.
Go.
Sorry, everyone. It was my fault, not AJ's this time.
It's never my fault.
No, he is very professional. I will give him that.
I was waiting patiently.
He was sending me very nasty messages.
Waiting impatiently.
What are we doing then?
Sorry?
Punisher. Or is it Warzone Punisher? Punisher Warzone. Which one is it?
Punisher Warzone.
Vengeance has a name.
Yes.
Now, are we going to go through the original 100 copies of a film you have?
No, I ain't got many of this one. Okay, copies of this version of Punisher I've got. So at the moment on the TV, I've got the DVD one version. This cover here.
That's a better cover.
What?
That's a better cover than mine.
Yeah, I know it is.
I got 2 DVDs, the same cover. I'm ruining my set.
Then still sealed, I do have a German steelbook.
Ooh.
For it.
I got a shiny slipcover. Like, ooh.
Nice.
I think it's ribbed for my pleasure.
I also have a German media book.
Nice.
Which is numbered 253 out of 555.
That's not many.
No. And then I do have the 4K.
I didn't know there was a 4K.
Yeah, the Best Buy exclusive from America. 4K split. But it did annoy me on release because that's the 2004 Skull design. Not the one, as you can see over your left shoulder. You can see the.
I see. It's a bit very different.
Skull design differs. So on this steelbook release, they used 2004 Thomas Jane thingy. And I didn't show this last time.
Unforgivable.
I have to show it now. Sorry, I was meant to show this on the 2004 video. I actually have an issue 1 of Punisher signed by Thomas Jane.
I'm sure you showed that off, didn't you? What else?
I didn't show it on the last video, I know, because I remember at the end, I thought, sod it, that's still sat there.
Oh, yeah, you showed it to me probably after.
Probably, yeah, that's right. But there we go.
Rubbish. Wouldn't give you £1 for the lot.
Yeah.
Right, let me see who I'm apologising to. France? Yes, sorry, France. My fault, running late.
Yes.
We're here now. Thank you. Congrats on the milestone. Yes.
No, 1,700.
Yeah, I took a quick picture because it'll probably go down by now.
Only wait until you get that a few over, because whenever you announce it, it's always like people want to
filling with petrol. You've got to get it right on the mark. And then they still charge you more.
Yeah.
Good evening, Bob. The Equalizer versus the Punisher. Who wins?
Punisher. Well, no, he wouldn't take him down, would he? Why would he?
No, I guess not. Yeah. Richard Woosden's
here. Richard?
Good evening. Yeah. He probably signed it himself, unless I got a video of Thomas Jane signing that one and handing it to AJ.
No. Actually, that is from CGC Signature Series. So the minute that it was put into this case, which I can't get out of unless I break the case, it was witness signed and then encased in this.
Okay. Maybe if I put a poll up, see how many people want you to open it in the episode, and then we'll go with that.
No. That ain't good. That's 9.6. This is from 2004.
Get it.
This was, 9.6 out of 10 for, condition.
Grading.
Yeah.
Very nice. Right. Yeah. So Thomas Jane is cool indeed, especially if he's signing Punisher stuff. Although I don't know if he's soured on it or he looks back on it fondly now since this film came along.
No, because after this, Thomas Jane done.
Oh yes, he came back with Dirty Laundry.
Yes,
And then everyone said, more Thomas Jane, please. And everyone went, no.
Yeah.
Or the studio went, no. We've got Berthenthal now.
Yes, we do. And obviously, we can't start this without mentioning, obviously, Ray Stevenson passed away just a few weeks ago.
Yeah, sadly, he has passed away before we got to do this. But yeah, well, what do you know him from apart from this? Rome. But I never watched Rome.
There was a zombie, a World War II.
Oh, yes. Outpost.
Thing where he was in a bunker or something. And that was around the time of this, just before. Because I remember when he was cast, I then watched that film just to gauge a bit more and how he would fare in it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I did see that. I like that one.
Yeah. Obviously, after this, this isn't his only Marvel film.
Oh, yes. I remember that. He's got a very small part of the Thor trilogy, or double. Yeah, gets killed off in the second one, doesn't he?
Bag.
Third one.
Yes. The Dexter. And he was in Dexter for one of the latter seasons. Was it last season? I think it might be very last season. Or second to last. I can't remember now.
Last, I think. Oh, well, before the comeback.
Yeah, not the comeback one. Yeah, so he's, you know what I mean? And obviously he's in Ahsoka soon.
Well, yes, of course he is.
Yeah.
And what was it? I'm thinking of? He was the transporter's dad as well.
Yes.
He was the best thing in that as well, so. Right, hang on. Where am I? Hey guys. Hi Sean. Good evening. This was a huge bomb in the States, says Austin. I don't think it was successful anywhere, was it?
No, I know it's one of Marvel's lowest. If you look at it as a Marvel, it's one of their lowest.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, if you count it as a Marvel
film. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Sorry, you're wrong.
Not surprised.
Well, yes. McCall wins all day long. I don't know. He's got like the Volta PP7 or whatever it is, and the Punisher's got one or two more. I think he doesn't stand a chance even with his team. Hi, Sean Blue. Two Sean's here.
So,
where they go? Bob McCall versus Davina McCall. I'm calling Davina on that one. She works out. Right. Attacked by bugs indoors now. Evening Total Movie Recall. How are you? He's been to see The Flash this evening.
Okay, cool.
I think it was 4 stars. Let me know if I'm wrong. It's the most comic book feeling movie out of the Punished movies. That is exactly what they were going for.
Yeah, and it's a strange one for me because on the one hand, Lexi Alexander didn't want it to be comic booky in the sense of she didn't want the skull.
Yes. On
him, but then visually, aesthetically, they went for comic book colours.
Yeah, there's 3 colours, primary colours or something every shot.
Yeah, and tonally, as we watch the film, you see that it's tonally off. The film's it's like I'm watching 2 different films.
It is, yeah.
There's
the bits with Jigsaw and there's the bits with Punisher, and they're at odds to each other.
Yeah, they feel like 2 different movies. Like they didn't know what they wanted out of it.
A lot of it's been blamed on Lionsgate for choosing both.
I mean, I do remember back in the day. I do remember when, because I was following, because I was a big fan of 2004 one and Punisher fan that I am. I was following all the time about the possibility of a sequel after 2004, and Thomas Jane I remember him being into it, and I remember the point where he said, I've now got to step away from this film. I can't spend any more time. I've got to move on to other projects because he'd wasted about 3 years.
Yeah.
And then it felt almost like the next day that he stepped away. They stepped away from it. They announced, we're now doing this with Ray Stevenson. It was like I don't know. It was so bizarre. The timing of everything. It just... I don't know. It was almost like they were waiting for him to say, "Not interested anymore."
Yeah, yeah, they did the same, I guess, to Cavill. Now they want him back. Say you're back. A week later, you're gone.
Mm.
Oh, hang on, I'm way behind the chat now. I'll start the film in a minute. He was also in The Other Guys. Oh yes, isn't he the bad guy?
Yeah, yeah.
Or the henchman. All right. He prefers the Thomas Jane one. Thomas Jane was supposed to be in Punisher too, yeah. Just unfortunately, Davina wins that one. Okay. Bobacle's handing it in for that one. Right. Yes, so you looked at the box office, how little this took. But this, right, if we start it, if I can find my remote. And if I can
I would have, I can't remember it, but I would have looked at the box office when I've done my review. I've done a review of this about 3-4 weeks ago. Just after racing passed away, because it gave me the incentive to rewatch it. This is my least watched Punisher movie.
Yeah, I can say the same.
Because it's my least favourite of the three.
Oh, no. Stupid Dolby. Wonder what it was. But as we'll see, it's not a Marvel film. It's a Marvel Knights film.
Yeah, that was a comic book imprint at the time. Daredevil, Punisher, characters like that.
Now, see, every time I see Lionsgate, I think of the Saw films. Expecting the Twisted Pictures thing to show up.
Has Lionsgate also done the? I think they've done the Man-Thing movie as well.
Ah, what's that? Copyright warning. Stop watching the tellies. It's copyright. Right. Is it actually going to start this? What is this DVD thing? Why can't I fast forward this? I don't know, if I hit the interviews by mistake, I thought I pressed play movie. Let's have a look. It's all going Pete Tong. I think the film is starting. Right. 10 seconds on the clock. Ghost Rider 2 bombed as well. Yes. That was a very different film to the first one.
It was. I think it's had some good visuals in it. And the fact it was being done by some of the people who've done Crank.
Yes.
You know, you went in with this sort of expectation of a Crank version of Ghost Rider. And
which is what everyone wanted, but it's not what we got. Bless them. Yeah. Difficult time, the late 2000s and...
it was indeed.
10s. Right, here we go. So you got the very comic book opening title.
Yes. See, it's just at odds with itself. In the sense that they wanted to go darker and more violent than the Thomas Jane one.
Yes.
But yet they gave you the colour palette of almost Batman and Robin.
Yeah, it has been mentioned that Batman Forever and Batman and Robin in the same type mentions when you see this coming up.
There you go, Punisher Warzone. See? Now, Punisher Warzone was actually the third iteration of the comic book. You had Punisher War Journal, and then you had Punisher War. And in the 80s, when Punisher was big in the 80s, 90s, you had all three of them comics running consecutively.
Right. Okay. Because, what's that, 3? What nationality is Ray Stevenson?
He's Irish, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he was from the UK at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you got him, Colin Salmon.
That's right.
Doing English, trying Americans.
You got Dominic West in it.
That's it. Dominic West was the third. I think who's the third? Obviously, it's Dominic West. It was hot off the wire, was it, when he made this?
I believe so, yeah.
And then he said, I think it was 2 hours to get him in the makeup and 1 hour to get him out of the makeup. And he said he's never doing face makeup ever again. Whether he has or not. But yeah, so directed by Lexi Alexander, who was a stunt woman and martial artist, and she directed a couple of the Green Street Hooligan films, I believe. Oh yeah, see, just got back from the Flash. Can confirm Keaton is still the best. Well, we knew that in '92. Oh yeah, I think it made something like 10 million on a 30 million budget. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Let's see.
The fans moaned about the skull in the 2004 one, saying it wasn't prominent enough.
Yeah.
I think they wanted the white, proper full-on white skull like what he's got in the comics.
Yeah.
And then in this one, you know, they go and it's very faded in this one. It's more so. It's almost like they just want to hide it.
Yeah, it is. It's you have to look to see it. But yeah, no one wants the Punisher's skull, which is weird when it's his biggest attribute. So you know who he is.
Not anymore. They don't.
Well, exactly. Now they've changed it.
Marvel Comics don't want it anymore. That's for sure.
Yeah, wasn't there some news today or yesterday about the Punisher? Like they're not going any further, making it violent or something, or he's got a. I don't know. Someone will tell me.
He's got a what?
I imagined it.
No. They've just ended his series, his latest.
Is that the one where he's with swords?
Yes. Yes, that's the one. He's leading the Hand, which is the organisation, you know, from Daredevil, the sort of clandestine ninja.
Okay. Yeah, because the Hand is in Daredevil, the foot is in Turtles.
That's right.
I know stuff.
Yeah. And he's imbued with sort of dark mystic powers and crap like this. And the series ended with him basically being ejected from the Marvel Universe. He's elsewhere. He's in some sort of, I don't know, some other plane of existence doing something. He finds his way there through Doctor Strange's sanctum at the end. And they don't know where he's gone. But the way Marvel Comics work is that if around the time that they bring back Daredevil Born Again,
right,
with John Bernthal in it, inevitably you will probably get Punisher series then based around that version of the Punisher they give you there. That's the way they work. At the moment, you've got Daredevil and Echo comic book just come out, and obviously you've got an Echo TV series. You know, the deaf girl that was in Hawkeye. She's got her own series. His Daredevil character. So they've done a Daredevil Echo comic book in the lead up to that coming out, and that's the way they work. That's the way Marvel work now.
Yeah.
If the character's on screen, they'll give it a comic book because in the hopes that those people watching it will buy it.
That's not exactly going to ever work, does it? Maybe a little bit. People will check it out, but then they say, "Oh, this is just the same as the TV show." What's the point?
Yeah.
Right. So look, I'm way behind as usual. They should do more solo Keaton Batman movies. Yeah, I don't think so. I think this will be it because he's 70 something. He's doing Beetlejuice this year, next year, so he's got no time. But yeah,
he's a bit older, you know.
But if they can, judging by the action in the trailer, it's just not him anyway. Yeah. It's Don. Hi, Don. He prefers the Thomas Jane Dirty Laundry, yes. And
yeah, Thomas Jane one is top one. This, like I said, this is my least favourite.
Yeah, but we had to do it.
Absolutely. Get you off my case.
I never wanted this. You said, please, please.
Yeah, all right.
But yeah, so where are we? Because 6-7 minutes in, and this is the first look at the Punisher.
Yeah, this scene winds me up.
The chandelier scene.
Well, people love this scene. You know, everyone's like, "Oh, this is so good," and I'm thinking about the practicality of the entire thing, right?
Yes, I was thinking that when I watched it yesterday. How the hell?
Now, when he's on his knees, he's on his knees on this table, and it looks so clunky. Now, when he's doing all this, like that, and it looks like he's on his knees. At one point, he's down. What would you be doing?
It's not practical. And
then he decides to hang himself in the chandelier. Number one, he doesn't know that it's going to take his weight, right? Number two, like going off kilter when he's up there. How's he get it to spin? How's he get it to spin?
Well, it's all of this.
that just seems like the most ridiculous thing to do. Sorry.
Well, yeah, he's killed the guy at the front, cut his head off. But the guys at the back of the table all have guns, but they don't pull it out until he's worked his way up the table to kill everyone else, which has taken like a minute. It all looks good.
Now, I'm not. You know, I love the Punisher, but I'm going to be blatant this film. You're going to think I hate it.
Well, people say he's a good Punisher, just not in the right film, isn't it?
He's a very good Punisher.
He did do the training. He did like 7 or 8 weeks of the Marines training. He's in the full body armor, which would be more practical, even though it's clunky.
Yeah, I can't fault Ray Stevenson. He looks very much. I mean, here's. I'll show you this. This is cover.
Although he should have been in the spandex.
Yeah, all right. This is a cover of Marvel Max, the first graphic novel. I do have them as individual issues, and as you can see, they've gone for that sort of a look with the hair slicked back.
Yeah.
And that's how the Punisher used to look back in the day as well. So they've gone for that. He looks the part, 100%.
Yeah. And then everyone keeps shooting him in the back or the body armor when his head's right there.
And the thing is, in the comic, that's the point of the skull. The point of the skull is to draw the fire.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it's very faded in some shots, isn't it?
Yes, you have something to aim at, which always, again, bugged me in the comics when every now and then some clever writer or an artist decided to put a balaclava on him with the skull on the balaclava as well. And I'm thinking, do you not know the purpose of the skull? And you're wearing it over his face.
Yeah. So this is a Christmas film. Came out December 5th, 2008.
Yeah, and we got it February 9th, 2009, I believe.
Way after Egypt, Kuwait, New Zealand, Brazil, Aruba. Where are we? What did you say?
February 9th.
Oh, yeah, there it is, February 9th. Just before Kazakhstan and after the Dominican Republic. The Punisher never had much success at the box office, except maybe Punisher 04, but it wasn't a mega hit either. Yeah, that's probably the biggest one, because I think Dolce didn't get a cinema release in the US.
Yeah, but there's a reason why Punisher's never been successful in the film.
This broken nose thing is always...
Yeah.
Oh. I'm trying to see how they did that. Did they do that digitally, or because it definitely, unless he broke his nose for real, wouldn't put it past Ray. He's our man.
The reason, my theory on the Punisher, basically, that I think I probably said this in one of the other videos. He's a character that came about in the mid 1970s, right? When cinema at the time was very much revenge-driven. Stories were a big draw in cinema at that point. So he was kind of created on the back of all that. And so in essence, he's a character that's he's been influenced by cinema. Then as he progressed into throughout the comics, you came into that era of Stallone and Schwarzenegger, at which point, again, he was influenced by that and the action films of the time. And now you come to a point where the revenge sort of story is niche in cinema. It's not a big draw for people anymore.
No.
And where the Punisher falls into that category of film, it just doesn't spark people's interest.
Yeah. Yeah, because even... I think it's just mostly female films now, isn't it, that have the revenge aspect, and then they're straight to video.
Yep.
Right, where are we? So, yeah, what accent's this guy with the dreadlocks? People said Irish, some said Jamaicans.
I don't know.
There was a third option. And then, yeah, parkour was very popular at the time.
Yeah, it was.
Which is why they kill him off doing it. I'd be up for a new solo Keaton Batman movie, but I still can't bring myself to go and see The Flash. the first hour is the two Ezra Millers together. I've heard that as well.
Really?
If I have the time, I might go tomorrow.
I don't know where I want to go.
Yeah, it's a trouble. I'm not excited for it.
I might go. I might see it tomorrow if I can fit it in. I've got a busy day.
Yeah, exactly. It's not priority, is it?
No, if not, it'll be next week. But I do want to see it. It's one of the
Yeah, you gotta see it.
Ironically, with The Flash, is that they announced that film 8 years ago.
Yeah. How long? 5?
8.
Oh, 8.
They announced.
Yeah, I seem to remember it being pushed back a lot.
Right, I remember because the Flash TV series started. And it was just after the Flash TV series started that they announced they were doing a Flash film. At which point I sort of said, well, that's a bit odd because you've just started a TV show.
Yeah.
So, why are you announcing it? You're trying to steal the thunder of the TV show that's just started. It's felt a bit odd. And then the TV show has just ended. 9 seasons, I think it was. And now you've got the film come out.
It's finally here, though. It made it. Not what people wanted as such, but I'm sure it's entertaining enough. Right, so yeah, Frank's just killed an unarmed man.
Yeah, now interestingly,
the
comics would never do that.
I was going to say, is it the thing he's ever done?
He's never done it. He's never, obviously, I mean, in this he kills the undercover agent, doesn't he?
Yeah.
But that's never happened in the comics. Comic book writers have written scripts for Marvel to do it, and they would never go ahead and do it. There has been a couple of times when there's been collateral damage, not at Frank's hand, but while something's going on. There was a story called something of Innocence, where a school bus full of children got killed.
Oh.
While he was out, not his hand. He wasn't directly involved in the deaths. It happened though at the time when he was, they'd done it because of him basically.
Okay.
Then he was haunted by these children, basically the ghosts of these children, until he got revenge for them.
That would make a.
But he was questioning what he does all the way through it and that sort of thing,
So is the gangster he cut his head off at the beginning? Is he the one that had the shootout at the park that got his Frank's family killed in this?
No, because this is 5 years down the line.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. Now, this is the only Punisher film, where they actually do the origin correctly. Because obviously Dolph Lundgren, it's exploding the car
in Australia.
He knows who does it. In the Thomas Jane one, it's his entire family, and he knows who does it.
Yeah.
In the John Bernthal TV show, it's the military fellas that he was working with, and he knows who's done it. But like I've said before in the other videos, the Punisher's driving force is that he's never known who kills his family, because it was just the wrong place at the wrong time. Oversees a mob execution, they all get gunned down. Never knowing exactly who it is that's pulled the triggers, and thusly he would never know whether he's actually killed the people that killed his family.
Yeah. And then, this one was filmed in Canada, I believe, doubling for New York.
Yeah.
I think it's supposed to be New York, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Is that his usual stomping ground, I guess, with Spider-Man and such?
It is.
Now, Jigsaw. How many times does he kill Jigsaw in the comics?
He hasn't killed him.
Oh.
Maybe in the last. I think he did in. He may have done more recently. But Jigsaw always kept coming back, and not because it was just the one person that always got away without being killed.
Right.
If that makes sense. Punisher's not got a rogue. I think I said this before. I'm repeating myself. He's not got. He ain't got a rogues gallery, because he's the one character that always kills his villains. So you don't get a rogue. But Jigsaw's one that's always got away and come back and all that sort of crap.
Well, this one films a bit of a downer too, because most of his friends get killed in it as well, doesn't he? It's guess that new guy as
with
well.
this one, yeah.
Yeah.
Microchip.
Hmm.
You're talking about. Now,
Well, and
interesting.
the other guy that protects the women and children and gets axed to pieces, literally.
Now, interestingly, in this book here, this is okay. So what happened was you've got kind of 3 eras of Punisher, right? You got the sort of like the original era of Punisher, and that's what influenced, or that's what essentially the Dolph Lundgren film is.
Right.
All right, if you want to look at it this way. Then you've got the 2000 era of Punisher done by same geezer here, isn't it? Yeah, Garth Ennis, which is what heavily influenced the Thomas Jane movie. And then you've got Garth Ennis went on to Punisher Max. Max being a Marvel imprint solely for adult readers.
Okay.
So language, nudity, violence in it, all that sort of thing. Anything went. And it was set outside the confines of the standard Marvel universe, so the other Marvel characters didn't exist in it.
Okay, yeah, it makes sense.
I think later on they did bring Nick Fury into it, but you didn't have your superpowered individuals. And in the end of this, he actually
spoilers.
He actually blows off Microchip's head himself. He kills Microchip
because
I don't know. I'd have to read it again, wouldn't I?
You can't remember a major plot point like that because he gets him killed in this one, if not by doing it himself.
I think in this one, it's been so long.
All right, you read that while we go through the I never realized Thomas Jane had silver nail polish in the Punisher. Well, apparently Sean said Thomas Jane, but it wasn't wasn't silver nail polish. It was a bruised nail from smashing his finger on something. It's in the commentary. Okay, I never noticed when I watched it, but I wasn't paying attention. Lionsgate sucks. Yeah, another studio. Oh, they did. Oh, they didn't have the rights over here. It must be on the international then. So Frank has 2 kids in this one.
Yeah, son and a daughter. That's right. Same as the comics.
Okay.
They go with accuracy with the origin in this one.
Right.
For the most part.
The late 2000s gave birth to the MCU. Yeah, we got Iron Man. What was it? 88? 2008. Sorry.
2008.
Living in the past. Visually, this does have a Saw look. Yeah, that is true.
Yeah,
I can see that
in the aesthetics. Yeah.
Yeah, I know that Jigsaw was over the top in this, but I do love it, especially the gnarly makeup. His performance matches the movie. Yeah, it does match the movie.
It was sorry.
Well, it doesn't match the Punisher.
No, I can't get. It's like 2 opposing. It's like I'm watching 2 different films. He's playing it too Jokerish, I think.
Yeah, he is very Joker.
And even the scene, I mean, it's probably done on purpose. The scene where he first sees himself, and you know, with the mirror doctor, it's very much that Jack Nicholson scene in Batman. So it's probably playing homage. They must have known what they were doing at that point.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because it's unless someone tried to slip it in there. Oh, Sophie's here. Uncle AJ.
Hi, Sophie.
She's being nice to me. Hi, Sophie. Colin Salmon. He's EastEnders now, is he? Oh,
is he?
After what?
Wow.
Yeah, I can't say I watch it, but
he's done
from Bond to Punisher to EastEnders.
Yeah, Resident Evil he was in.
Oh, Resident Evil.
AVP.
Of course, yeah.
God.
I can't remember if I've messaged him.
And now he's with I don't know. Is Danny Dyer still in EastEnders?
Pete Beale was in it when I watched it, so.
In our Detective Soap, this character here is actually from the Welcome Back Frank storyline, which is the story that inspired a lot of the 2004 Punisher movie.
Right.
Where you had the Russian in it and you had his neighbours and all that sort of stuff.
Ah, yes, the neighbours.
Yeah. Bumbo.
I just like the tasteless, violent exploitation feel of the movie, almost something from the 70s, 80s. Yeah, that's probably the other thing they were trying to go for. But yes, so this is supposed to be 5 years, and then all these files down in this underground Frank's kills. So is Agent Bodansky a character? Or was it just made up for this?
He may have been a name in the comics. I
think it's what they normally do, isn't it?
Yeah, I know there are a few other character names in this that have been drawn from the comics, but like I said, the sort of support character cast for Punisher is minimal. Even this geezer here, Detective Soap, he wasn't in it for long.
Sadly, no longer with us.
No, just they get written out. They just get forgotten. Okay. Writing moves on, new storyline, characters just, Yeah.
That's why people aren't reading Marvel comics anymore, making Punisher not violent. What?
Exactly. Well, yeah, he's not allowed in the latest run. He your bad guys are allowed to have. I mean, it's like RoboCop TV series of just watching. Bad guys are allowed to kill, but your good guy isn't. Yeah. RoboCop's got a gun, but he's not allowed to shoot anyone with it. Punisher's not allowed to have a gun in the new Punisher run because unless the gun fires some sort of comic booky type made up. Yeah. There's a bit where he had a bazooka, but it fired these pin particle bombs that would make something enlarge. So it wasn't real.
Non-lethal.
Yeah, but the bad guys are allowed to have weapons.
Yeah. I heard last night that the new Blade has been pushed back to February 2025. Not a good sign. Yeah, I guess
everything is that's the writer's strike and all that doing that.
Yeah,
causing stuff.
But they've been making that for years as well, though, haven't they? So
they have, yeah. But again, in that he ain't gonna be fighting vampires, is he?
No. What's the point?
It's going to be monsters. It'll be creatures, but not not
an army of creatures to take out that are.
Yeah, because then you can lower the rating.
Yeah, just like was it Infinity War when you have all those herds of things getting cut up in a battle?
Yeah,
doesn't matter. Or the first Avengers did it with the aliens as well, didn't they?
They all did, didn't they? But even the latest Transformers movie has done it.
Have they? Yeah.
Yeah, same sort of thing.
Oh yeah, I'm going back to that one because was it Eternals had the end credits scene was allegedly Blade.
His voice,
to hear his voice, but unless you knew, I had to look it up because I didn't know anything about him. Arnold could be the next Punisher. Let's make it happen. Do you think Arnie could ever have played the Punisher and done it well?
No. No, he's from that, that era where he was drawn. Punisher was drawn like Arnie, like massive looking.
Yeah. And
it doesn't. I never pictured a Punisher like that. Ray Stevenson's perfect size, build, height.
If you imagine a Punisher, you'd imagine good old Ray. Yeah.
Ray's, like I said, he's spot on look for it. I prefer Thomas Jane, but Ray Stevenson visually is the Punisher.
Yeah. Well, people complain about Thomas Jane that he was going to a lot of effort to kill people. Like making John Travolta kill all his own people.
Oh, yeah.
Where this one just comes into a room and shoots him in the face. Doesn't put up with any nonsense, but he was just starting out in that one. And it was revenge. Sorry. Disney seem to be going through a lot of financial issues right now. Yeah, apparently rumor has it that, rumor is literally what it is, and it's spreading that they're selling Star Wars.
I heard that today, yeah.
Yeah. exactly. It's just a rumor that someone thought that would be a good, a good.
You probably have people sit around who make this stuff up. You do.
Yeah.
Where?
And then the latest is it's being a Saudi billionaire is going to buy the rights for $8 billion because he's a Star Wars fan, and he's we'll see. They deserve it too.
The chandelier would have fell. It would have done.
Yeah, we are behind. Hang on, let's catch up on this. I don't mind this film, but I prefer the 2004. I wonder if anyone prefers this over 2004. A lot of the gore in Warzone is practical with some CGI here and there. Yes, that is true. That is commendable. I know that some of it's enhanced gore. The scene that the cook, the thief, his wife, and the lover meets John Woo.
See, what would have been good if you intercut this with the scene where he's doing the chandelier.
Yeah.
You intercut it with Grandad above from 84s and Horses.
Remind me later. Oh, Austin's got the Max comments. There you go. Oh, hang on. Someone's already said it. The best Punisher from Robert Exploitation in reviews. There you go.
Oh, it's all subjective, isn't it?
No. It's my opinion, and that's what's right. None of this objective nonsense. Where did I get to? Sorry, everyone. To quote another show, sheer fucking hubris. Yeah, that's used a lot now, isn't it? Hollywood would never publish. Was it never touch? Oh, touch. Punisher's Max, the Slavers storyline. Yeah,
there's a lot of Max stuff that, like I said, it was strictly.
Probably wouldn't do one page of it.
It was strictly adult. It was adult. It was aimed at a more mature audience than the kiddie stuff.
Yeah. No, you got the subtle jigsaw idea now. So yeah, it kills the Doctor because he couldn't rescue his face. Did a pretty good job, but remember the Flash's cameo in Batman versus Superman? It made no sense at all. Yeah, it would have eventually, but everything had to do a handbrake turn after that film died.
Yeah.
But yeah, you okay, boss? Is Jigsaw's brother? What's he called? Looney Bin Jim. Is he in the comics?
I can't recall him ever being mentioned. No.
Okay, must be made for this then. Evening, Matt's V Movies. Recognize him. Who's that?
Yeah,
He's been watching the 4K. Didn't mind it the second time round. Does that mean he didn't like it the first time round?
I think Matt's got the same. I think he's got Lionsgate 4K.
Okay.
Like the Best Buys.
The Best Buys. Is that when we had a Best Buy here, or is that imported?
No, that's Best Buy. That's imported.
Hey everyone. Hey Jeff Movies Productions. He killed Microchip because he sold out to the enemy, as the Punisher put it. Oh, just like his friend in the 2004 bit, the extended cut. Billy is dead. From now on, you call me Jigsaw. Yeah, that's pretty much like Jack's dead, my friend. You can call me Joker. Yeah, very subtle. Although Lionsgate kind of redeemed themselves. Oh, it's John Wick Lionsgate, is it? Ah.
Ooh, there you go.
I only watched it the other night. I don't remember seeing that, but okay. Lucasfilms unboxings. Have not seen this. Would you think this is better? Oh, yeah. Is this movie better than the TV series?
So it's a really tough one to call because I think John Bernthal for me he plays it too much like a bruiser. And I see a difference between Daredevil season 2 Punisher and the TV series.
Yeah, definitely.
Even though they're both the same, Daredevil Punisher was really good, and when they done the TV show, it never felt like they gave it to the Punisher. It never felt like he was the Punisher. It always felt like they wanted to reset and have him sort of leading up to becoming the Punisher in both seasons.
Yeah.
And like I said, the whole stuff about the origin story in the TV show just is utter crap, utter nonsense, rubbish.
Don't hold back.
Sorry?
Don't hold back.
I didn't mind the Daredevil season 2 stuff. Is this better than the TV series? I'll probably watch this more.
Yeah, I've only watched the TV series once. I've seen this 3 or 4 times at least. I always think about watching the TV series again, but then I remember how bored of the second season I was.
Yeah, they weren't very well crafted. Any of the Netflix shows that they where they had to fit 10 episodes or whatever it wasn't right for it. So you can tell that the story's made to fit that amount, and but the story doesn't want to.
Yeah.
Other elements thrown in that are not needed. And it just feels forced.
Yeah, there was a lot of nothing happening episodes, wasn't there? Just filler as the Netflix season did. I want. Oh, and yeah, the new Hunger Games movie, isn't it? That's Lionsgate as well. Yeah, it was massive 10 years ago, and now I don't think anyone cares about a prequel, do they? Who cares how?
I don't think I cared about a sequel.
Yeah, I enjoyed the first one because it was like Battle Royale, but then when it got into the politics and the bullshit about the areas, I lost interest. Well, I lost interest in the first film when that guy disguises himself as a part of a tree.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Was it a rock?
Oh, yeah, it could be a rock. It's hard to tell what it was, but it just had all that time and makeup.
That was, I don't know. I remember that. That was stupid.
Yeah, making them the Hunger Games is pointless and desperate.
Hey, what's up? Obviously, both of these Julie Benz and him were in Dexter, but not together.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot about Julie Benz. She's in Rambo 4 and.
Yes.
Where were you at? You at the Julie Benz scene? Because I'm behind, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm.
Is he with the
copy? I'm way behind. There we go. So she's pulled it down.
Paused it.
There you go. No, I'll catch up to the DVD. Keep forgetting it runs normally, not like a VHS.
Yeah.
How about they just cancel Blade and leave it alone? Trinity was bad enough. Well, yes. And then you had the TV series, but I only watched the first episode of that. But
yeah, that was more interested in this vampiric society than Blade was almost cameoed in his own show.
Yeah, that's what I felt. I thought, I'm watching a Blade series. Where's Blade?
Yeah, I think there was episodes where he was only his screen time was maybe 6-7 minutes. Out of 45 minutes, 50 minutes of screen of episode.
Yeah, because was it a rapper that did it? He wasn't too bad as Blade, but give him something to do.
Yeah.
The new Jennifer Lawrence comedy will not only flop, but it will get a tomato rating lower than 20%. Mark my words. I've heard it's like an R-rated comedy.
But who's in it with her?
I can't remember.
I think I've seen it on the side of a bus. If it's what I'm thinking of, but
you see Jennifer Lawrence just like the side of a bus.
Yeah.
Nobody gives a shit about Jennifer Lawrence anymore. Has been. Yeah, she shot herself in the foot, didn't she? What was it? Was it After Passengers and
what?
Well, she became unpopular. She was like, everyone's, she's just a girl like us and stuff. And then she goes saying, what was it? Passengers, and then the fourth.
Yeah, but you got to give her a due. She is she was the first ever female action star. There was no one before her ever.
Yeah.
Women never done that before her.
No, I've never seen.
So, Sarah Connor didn't exist. Ellen Ripley didn't exist.
Yeah. Coffee.
Jamie Lee Curtis. Charlie's Angels was never a thing. Bionic Woman.
Yeah. They could be glamorous and kick ass in the 70s.
But they didn't exist. It was Jennifer Lawrence.
Blade without blood and swearing just isn't Blade. Yeah.
That's why, and this is the fear that they'll do with Punisher.
Yeah,
they'll find a way of doing something like that.
When is that due? Is it this year or next year now?
Probably next year, I think. This year you've got Secret Invasion very soon.
Isn't that worse? Is it screeners people are watching, or is it actually out? The first 2 episodes out.
I think it's screeners.
I've seen reviews.
21st it comes.
Okay.
Later on in the year, you've got Echo, the Death Girl.
Yeah, what does she do?
What?
What does she do?
What?
What does she do?
What?
Ooh. Cancel AJ.
She's I don't know what she does.
Exactly. No one knows anything about her.
I've never read her in the comics.
5 minutes in the total screen time in Hawkeye.
But as far as I heard it, they're dropping that entire season in one go, as opposed to weekly, so you'll be able to watch them all. I'm guessing they're testing the water for that sort of.
The new Avenger shall be. It's a dull blade. Ooh. Playing Down Under. Greetings. Or good day. Good afternoon. Yeah, and they got this stupid bit with the throwing himself at the mirrors.
Yeah.
Could do without this guy. Well, this whole character is unnecessary. Because he's supposed to be a cannibal as well, isn't he? And
That's
that
right.
guy's, was it kidneys?
Yeah.
With applesauce. But if you watch the X-Files, he's just tombs.
Right. Yeah. Someone's been reading.
I do my research. None of my guests do. That's why.
What? Sorry, none of your guests.
Pick up the slack. Just because you got 20 years of reading Punisher comics. Oh, sorry. Are they comics or graphic novels? Which one is it?
Comics.
Lawrence became the exact opposite of what made her popular in the first place. She became too elitist. Yes. And then, of course, there's Russian mobsters. Oh, typo. Yeah, I get it. Have you seen the best of the worst episode where they review Blade Knockoff? That Blade Knockoff. Oh, what was the Blade Knockoff? Or was it the TV show? She's just another woke, overpaid Hollywood weirdo. Oh, we're all picking on poor Jennifer Lawrence tonight. Obviously, no one's remember that her nudes were released online. Haven't seen that. No. Howdy, folks. Och, aye to the Scottish geek guy. I'm down with the lingo of every country. Just like AJ, I can say hello to everyone in every language except his. I think I'm the only person on earth that doesn't like John Wick. Ooh, I don't. Well, there's probably plenty out there.
I was critical of the fourth one.
Yeah.
It was overly long. I do find the narrative of just continued action, violence to be quite
what are we watching? What's your favorite character?
There's a story in this.
Like in this one or in
But
Punisher in general?
John Wick's just fight after fight after fight, gun.
No, they're swords.
Yeah, but it's just, you know what I mean? It becomes monotonous. It's like watching, what else was it? What was the one with Clive Owen in?
Oh, yeah, that was. Halfway through that did get it.
It's like, you know.
Shoot out. No. Shoot off. No.
Yeah, that's it. But you just yearn for something more. And I watched John Wick 4 the first time and I enjoyed it. You know, it was all right. I did think it was overly long. Then I attempted to watch it a second time.
Okay.
And I need more time. I switched it off. I need a longer time before I can go back to it. Because there's about 45 minutes before anything really happens in the film.
Yeah.
Before any action starts.
Yeah. I was very giddy all the way through it, but then maybe a second watch I won't be as keen. But we shall see.
I'll be, you know, it would have been better as two films, 90 minutes apiece.
Yeah, a 90-minute film would have been great.
In
Like
a,
the
you know,
first
just
one. That's why the
boring.
first one's more popular with me because it is just 90-minute in and done.
Yeah.
Right. Scottish Geek Guy, absolutely. Daredevil season 2 Punisher was the peak Punishers on TV show. Was a bit of a damp squid, sadly. Yeah,
It was. It wasn't. Yeah.
it's the it's this.
Yeah.
Yeah, hang on.
Punisher was strongest in Daredevil.
I was just about to say this. They they stretched out each season was was it 13 episodes? Yeah, 8 would have been better. Exactly. So much filler.
Yeah.
Exactly correct. That's what I was just about to say, but obviously you beat me to it. Or in my mind, one of them. The only reason I bring it up is because they make the same double. Okay. Next, there'll be Twilight prequels. Yeah, I wouldn't. There was a rumor they were making a TV show, wasn't there? And they're doing Harry Potter TV show.
Wait,
and all
have you
that.
gone and watched Parties of the Twilight yet? You're not going to go down that. I'm not offering.
How many are no? Obviously, are now. Maybe.
I've never watched them, and I don't intend to.
No, I saw the first one, and then it was all right. Teen drama. Okay, he's a vampire. When's the vampire's going to happen? Then suddenly, oh my god, he's out in the day. The sun's coming out. What's going to happen? And then sprinkles and sparkles. I thought, oh, for fuck's sake.
My missus likes them, and I remember when she got my daughter into them. So I think there was a whole day when my daughter got through the whole lot of them in one day. Like worst day of my life, that was. I saw snippets. I saw the baby, the CGI baby, which
That's a baby.
made no sense.
Yeah.
Why'd you CGI a baby? Why don't you just have a real baby?
Yeah,
it's freaky CGI.
Yeah, it's very weird looking, isn't it? And angelic and weird. The pictures I've seen. Anyway. I haven't seen the film.
Yeah, all
right. Maybe I'll do the a month of Twilight watch parties for 5,000 subs. First time watchers. I got what am I doing? Power Rangers movie for 2,000.
Oh yeah, what the Krispy Kreme? What one?
The 90s one.
Oh, okay, the original.
I haven't seen that one. I've seen the Power Rangers one. The Iron Man ones. I mean,
the Krispy Kreme one.
Yeah,
it wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad. I did enjoy it, but yeah, I've never seen the original, or the TV show, or anything.
Yeah, I've never seen TV show original or anything like that. But I watched that film and I thought, you know what, I wouldn't mind a sequel.
I know they didn't suit up to the last 20 minutes, but
yeah,
it wasn't origin film. So so we've got Ray Stevenson's passed away this year. Treat Williams this week. It's not a good start. Two great actors.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say, Microchip. What's his Wayne Newton? Not Wayne Newton. Wayne Knight's version. Is that close to the comics, or is he different in each iteration?
No, this is much closer to. He's overweight fella. Obviously, you did have Microchip in the first season of the Punisher TV show.
Okay.
He gone silent.
What happened to him?
Sorry?
What happened to him?
What happened to him?
Can you hear me?
I can't.
Am I here?
Yeah. Yeah,
Hello?
I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you.
Were you?
Well, I can hear you, but it went a bit funny.
Okay.
Your lips were moving, and then it was catching up. But yeah,
okay.
So yeah, you had him in the TV show in the first season. There was that fella with I think he had curly hair.
Yeah.
Who was helping him out, who he kept going to.
Very forgettable.
But this is how Microchip looks. He's more of a sort of.
Well, he's got his head.
Yeah, I mean, here he's bald, but he's sort of more overweight looking. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think when I've seen him in the comics, he's had look like Wayne Knight.
He has had hair before.
Right. Let's see. Playing Down Under. Hunger Games 1 and 2 are great. 3 and 4 was boring as fuck. Yeah. I did remember enjoying 1 and 2. I don't even remember what happened in 3 and 4. I guess it was 10 years ago now.
So I really don't like the colour palette of this film.
Yes, it's green there, yellow here, blue there.
I know it's meant to be going for this comic book aesthetic, but like I said, it is so sort of, it's just using that neon-esque, that them later two Batmans were known.
Yeah, because this guy in yellow climbing up this bit. The guy's up here, he's in blue. The guy sitting in the car, they're in yellow with a blue background. But where's this light coming from?
But I will say, the first time I watched this, I did laugh at this bit.
Oh yes, the guy getting it. I do like how Frank kills the leader and jumps down on his neck. Oh, hang on. Oh no, I hope her foot is better soon. Hang on, whose foot? Did I miss something? Oh, I missed a comment. I was looking through Treat Williams' filmography. It's pretty impressive for the most part. Yeah, he did a lot of good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like Dead Heat. I love Dead Heat. The villain McGinty was wasted in this film, though. He was a big part in the Kitchen Irish storyline. Okay.
That's right, yeah. Kitchen
Which
Irish.
was McGinty? Is he the father and son duo?
Yeah, Kitchen Irish was a that was a Marvel Max. That was quite early on.
Okay, thought he was great. Treat Williams was hyped up as a major star in the 80s, but his career didn't take off like expected. I think by his own admission, he screwed things up because of his drug problem. Yes, unfortunately, the 80s did that to a lot of people, and then some got out of it, but some unfortunately didn't. Ryan Jr. Hello, Ryan. How are you? Orange whistling cat. Orange whistling. I don't know why his things never appear on my thing. I don't know if StreamYard doesn't cope with the emojis.
Oh, is that what it's meant to be? Is it?
I guess so. I think it's if it can't show the emoji, it gives us the text description.
Oh, really? I'd have read that and thought someone's just taking the mic. Seriously.
I'm just off there. That. You could be a nice microchip. Look at that. You got the look. Yeah, I hope it ends with John Wick Chapter 4. We don't need a fifth. Well, we already are getting the ballerina spin-off, but...
That's right. That's prequel, though.
Yeah. And then we could get... Eventually, John Wick 5. Same as where Jason Bourne finished on the third one. I thought, hang on, let's make a fourth one years later. Everyone wants that. Yeah, he's skewered on a spike and then he gets his head bashed and neck broken.
That's right, yeah.
It's an awesome move. I don't care much for John Wick either. Oh, okay, but it's impressive how much mileage the series has. Chapter 4 is one of the few legit highs of this year. Exactly. It's a big film for this year, and then it's just because it's a bit different.
But look how quick it's come out.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that at all. I thought it's on Blu-ray. It's only in the cinema last month, wasn't it? Or just at the end of the month before. Ridiculous. And it used to be a year before it was even available to rent it back in the old days.
That's right.
Why is it that Jigsaw thinks she has the money? I tried to work it out yesterday. I couldn't if the FBI was supposed to be corrupt and he skimmed the money, or it's just a misunderstanding, or what?
Because the script demanded it.
That's the only thing I can think of. There's no valid reason. There's just, for some reason, he thinks the money's in the dead FBI agent's house for some fucking reason.
Yeah, I don't know.
Good evening, Masters of the AMTs. How are you? That's it, Age on spot on. Read John Wick comment. There you go. You got some fans here tonight. I struggle to rewatch No Time to Die. I think I've seen it twice, I think now, or 3 times maybe.
I haven't finished it. I pushed it off, seriously. I think there was a bit, they're running around the woods or something. They've been in a Jeep or some vehicle.
Oh, yeah.
They're in the woods running round. I don't know how far in that is, but I got to that.
Yes. That's just before the final act.
That was it. I got quite far then. Then I turned it off.
The opening's, 20 minutes?
I've never gone back to it.
Yeah, I think Colin Salmon's character would be dead after all this fight with the Punisher.
Well, he would with that puddle. Remember what?
Yeah, he's drowned in the puddle.
Yeah, Bruce Willis in Thingy. Bruce Willis in Glass. Puddle like that would have killed him.
Well, that's because water was his enemy. They greenlit. Yeah, they have. I think. I don't know what they could do with the 5th one, but I wouldn't be excited for it. I did enjoy the fourth one. But I've got 4 to watch if I want to watch a John Wick film. The Max Punisher line was a good sequel and send off to the original Punisher Marvel comics from the timeline 70s, 80s, 90s.
Max was it was set outside of the standard comic. It wasn't set within what they call the Marvel 616 universe, which is standard.
Fans tried watching the first highlight, but from the perspective of teenage girls, and still thought it was crap. Even getting into the mindset couldn't have saved that film. They should just let it go. I know money is. As soon as there's a franchise that's popular, they kill it, don't they? Hunger Games 4 had a lame ending as well. Oh, no spoilers. Twilight's finale sucked too. Why are people so into these movies? They amounted to nothing. Like it's teenage girls, isn't it? Oh, there you go. I said she shot herself in the foot. Yeah, sorry, jokes go over my head, even my own. Thanks, Bob. Kitchen Iris' Max Volume 2.
Yeah, it was early on, I know, yeah.
And these 2 policemen answer the door to this guy who's obviously a lunatic that's all beaten up. And then give him the upper hand. Go in front of him. Yeah. One gets a bashed head in. The other gets run in by a sword. Oh. Austin still hasn't seen the time to die.
If I'm looking up, it's because I'm watching my TV, if anyone was interested.
Yeah, he's given up on this chat, so...
Yeah, no, as in the film's playing. I'm not
He's getting into the film. He's getting into the film, so it must be good. No one's wearing seatbelts in this film, apart from Soap, maybe. What a bad role model these people are.
That's hot.
Oh, there you go. The only good thing about the Twilight Saga was the cow-sized werewolf. Sounds fun. Thanks, Don. Oh, here's someone that's seen the whole Twilight franchise and loves it. Dave from Savage Zombie Reviews. Hi, Dave. Who's just here to advertise we are doing Double Impact on, I think it's Friday night. Friday night at 10. So there we go.
So I guess this is the last one for me, isn't
it? Well, no, it's Christmas in July, isn't it? With Spirited, as you said earlier.
That's right, Spirited sing along. You saw that.
But you are singing along, are you? Oh, I won't be able to stop you.
Yeah, no, yeah. If it's sing along, then I expect to be singing along to it.
Well, I don't have a DVD of it, so I can't play it anywhere.
No one has a DVD of it.
Exactly.
But I'm pretty sure that through the miraculous means you can.
Being the genius of the lamp and all.
Yeah.
Just like Jurassic Park this week, I'll find a way to rip the DVD of it.
Life finds a way.
Luke. So, got Luke's unboxings and Luke's World of Movies here. You both looking forward to the Flash film and the Marvel. Oh, I forgot about the Marvels. I'm so low on my radar. I'm not taking the Marvels. Yeah.
I don't. I'm not against the Marvels. It didn't excite me or anything, but it didn't put me off of seeing it or anything either. It was like, okay, I'll watch that. And then make my mind up when I've seen it. No,
you base your opinion on the trailer and other people's opinions.
That's meant, yeah,
Don't do this mess around and watch the film and say, I didn't like it or I liked it.
That's right. At the moment, I should be hating Indiana Jones 5.
Yes.
And slagging it off.
But my woke channel will be saying it's about time we had a beautiful, strong female character in the Indiana Jones franchise who will take over and do it properly.
But no, I'll see the film and then I'll judge from that.
There we go.
That's the problem. That's the problem. There's so much rhetoric online, and a lot of channels do. They buy into it and they sell it because people watch it and other people then buy into it, and before they've even seen the film, they're slagging off a film that it probably will be. It probably will not be a very good film, right? But I'm not going to say that until I've seen it.
There we go.
Well, I'll go into it and then and then I'll come out and I'll say it's all right or it was a load of rubbish. But to be
I bet you'll like it more than the Batman.
I probably will. Actually, not hard.
This bit with the shotgun to the face always gets me every time.
I can't. I've already passed that, and it looks so.
Yeah, I've already passed it, but I didn't want to interrupt you in your.
The animation on it looks so bad.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. I was watching it close up here, and it just like sprinkles of CGI gloop.
Yeah.
See, the Marvel looks pretty bad, but it could be the best since Infinity War. So there we go. I'm saying it on my woke channel. 3 strong independent women. Gonna make it.
Well, they've just killed.
She's dead in the comics, isn't she?
In the comics.
Yeah, well, that means nothing.
Yeah, no one stays dead. It's like a Fast and Furious film.
yeah, no spoilers for that one, but yeah, literally no one stays dead.
Well, no, and even if anyone dies in the film, you can't take it seriously now. You're like,
yeah,
they'll be back. They'll be back.
Unless there's a burning, if there's a burning corpse, they could have faked it. But yeah. Hey, Don, saw Double Impact at the cinema. I saw it because Corey Everson was in it. She was Kara in The Bodyguard. Ah. Yeah, I saw it in the cinema. That's how old I am. I think that was my first Van Damme film in the cinema. Cinema is straight up dead at this point, and the saddest thing, I don't really care much at this point. If studios don't care, then why should I? Yes. As AJ said in one of his videos, they're bringing stuff out within weeks of a cinema release.
It seems counterintuitive because you have these two. It's like reversing a magnet and the polarity pushing one another away. On the one hand, if I go to cinema to see a film, then why would I? All right, I do, but just generalise, and I'm a general member of the public, right? Not someone who's a collector of film and things like that. But if I go to cinema to see a film tomorrow, why do I then want to buy it in 6 weeks' time?
Yeah,
or
rent it mind.
On. Yeah, why do I want to rewatch it? I don't. Alternatively, why do I want to go cinema to see it when in 6 weeks' time I know that I can watch watch it properly on wherever it may be?
Yeah, you can watch it on your phone at work.
Yeah, so you've got these two. It's like you've got 2 areas of the same business fighting against one another.
Yeah,
but it's all about the industry wanting to just, this stuff is so disposable now. It's in and out of people's minds so quick.
Yeah,
that they need to make the money on it as soon as possible, and so the quick release schedule is meant to encourage that. But when you go back to like what you were saying earlier with VHS, you wait a year, for the rental. Back then that hype had built up again. That hype was there to watch it again and to see it again. You was excited because you used to go past the window of the your local, whatever it may be, rental store, and you see the standee for RoboCop or whatever, and the year was out, and you're excited that that bloody hell's coming out for rent in a month's time. But you don't have that anymore. That doesn't exist.
Yeah, because was it in the 80s? Empire Strikes Back was released. Well, when it came out, 81. It was re-released in or was it 80? I don't know. Either way, it was released the year after in the cinema, and then again the year after that, and then I think it came to like retail.
Yeah, it was. And I remember when VHS tapes, you could buy the retail tape for 80 quid.
Show your age.
80 quid. Came out for rental. You could buy a brand new rental version for 80 quid. I knew shops up London that used to sell them.
Yeah, many X rental I picked up.
The X rentals were always better because they were on a thicker tape. They were on a thicker.
Yeah, but they've been run through 1,000 times.
Yeah, and they would still be better than a lot of your, especially later on in the day. I remember.
Right.
All right, I'm gonna say.
Do you want to see my Basic Instinct tape?
Yeah, I'm sure.
I got an X rental.
That's right. I've got this for later. Look, I found it.
Oh, what you got?
VHS version.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that is a good one.
that's going on later when the missus goes to bed.
Oh, bloody flies buzzing me
You're
again.
looking at me now like, what? You want to watch it with me? All right.
Oh, yes. Marvel have changed the name of Captain America 4 from New World Order to Brave New Order. And it'll include Harrison Ford, who might be Red Hulk.
Well, if he's, he's Thaddeus Ross, isn't he?
Without the moustache. And that's the CGI get in, apparently.
Yeah. When Red Hulk came about in the comics, it was a mystery as to who it was.
Ah, okay.
And then, it turned out Thaddeus Ross. Red Hulk. So,
in the words of Scream 6, who gives a fuck about movies? That's the studios these days. Yes, gone is the art, even though it made money. Not that this film wasn't the problem. What's Dave up to? I am still hopeful. I like Indy 5, but my fears have come true from what I've heard about it. I'm sure there'll be bits of it. But if the ending's like what it's supposed to be, then probably not.
I've just kept away from all.
Yeah.
I haven't watched the videos where I've kept away from any spoilers, any pretty much anything.
Yeah.
I ain't got time to watch people moaning about films that they haven't seen.
That's what I have to do when I watch you talking about Batman. John Wick 4.
I can't watch back some of my videos because I have to look at this silly poster behind me.
Why has it not got pride of place in your living room? I'll have to send you a bigger one now. But if you give me the proper address this time.
Hell yeah.
Can't send me links. You can't send me addresses. They're always wrong.
At least it turned up.
I was very happy. Didn't waste my £3.10. I was only 10 when Double Impact came out. You young bastard.
What did I get to see? I got to see Sudden Impact about, I don't know, it must be about 5 months early or something.
Ooh.
I got tickets. There was a special showing. And
Hang on, Sudden Impact. Well, that's the Dirty Harry film.
No, is it Sudden Impact?
Sudden Death with Van Damme.
Death, yeah, Sudden What's that?
As I say, early 1983.
No, the Jean-Claude Van Damme Sudden Death, the one where in the sports arena.
Nice.
Die Hard in an ice hockey stadium. Yeah, I got to see that about, 5 months early. There was like a screening for some reason.
Yeah. I think I had similar. I saw Pitch Black and Unbreakable in the cinema when they had those previews back in the day. And it was like 6 months before they came, before they came to the UK.
Yeah.
Just so they got delayed or something. They built this Carlos character up to be a nice guy and then have him slaughtered 5 seconds later. Corey Everson is hot. Yeah, I think she's naked in Sudden Impact, isn't she? Oh, Luke's been to a car boot to sale. He got Hairspray DVD, Toy Story. Oh, the Toy Story horror DVD, Tarzan DVD, Darkest Hour DVD, Blu-ray. Yeah, he made out like a bandit. The car boots around here are rubbish.
Hairspray, that's the one with John Travolta where he's dressed up as a bird, isn't it?
Is it? Or is it the other one, the original?
I don't know. I don't know.
I can't remember. Or am I thinking Crybaby? I can't remember now. But is that Shannon Tweed or Rebecca De Mornay, AJ? That was Shannon Tweed, wasn't it?
That's Shannon Tweed.
But it's the same story as The Hand That Rocks the Cradle, pretty much, but with more sex instead of babies being nannied.
Yeah.
Shannon Tweed gets with the mum, the son, and the dad.
That's right.
For some reason, it's fine for the mum. Yeah, was it the parents hire her as a fucking tutor for their teenage son?
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Shannon Tweed. Yeah, I'll learn French. Brave New Order, yeah, lame. I don't think it's even called Captain America anything now, is it?
Brave New Order or Brave New World? I can't remember.
It was Brave New World. Now it's Brave New Order, or was it the other way around? Yeah, they've changed it. The only issue I have with Falcon taking over is he hasn't had the super serum. So he's chucking this thing around like he's got super strength and catching it, the shield, like he was practicing in the TV show. But that thing would kill him.
Yeah, but just go with it.
He was a very good Falcon. Oh, poor Matt. Oh,
he was the perfect choice to take over. He's taken over and he's held the mantle of. He's got the mantle of Captain America in the comics at the moment.
Yeah, does he have any powers?
No, but I think the suit enhances him somehow.
I was going to say, is it bulletproof at least?
Well, just go with it. Just
consume product.
See now the hotel here.
Yes, I was going to say
the Bradstreet Hotel. Tim Bradstreet is the artist that drew all the covers through the. Who would have drawn that? He drew that, but he drew all the covers through the Max era for the majority of it, and the series that came before that. Written by Garth Ennis.
Yeah, so, it's a nice touch.
So that's a nod to him.
Right. Finally. Remember when it took years for a film to be shown on terrestrial TV? I remember it took about 7 years for Rocky IV to come on TV. Ooh. Yeah, it used to be 3 or 4 years before it was the Christmas Day special of a film, wasn't it? It was a big thing.
Yeah. That's 3 or 4.
If you missed it in cinema, missed it on rental 6 months later, missed it retail 6 months after that.
Even Fast X is available on video on demand now.
Yes. Of course it is. Yeah, that was just out, isn't it?
That was out just a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, what's the point of cinema release? People just wait, aren't they?
I mean, I understand that cinema is a nice, experience to see it on that big screen, as long as you don't get the experience of the other idiots in the
that's my next thing.
With their phones and all that sort of crap.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I was going to say, yes, like E.T. came out in, 82, and then it didn't get a VHS release, retail or rental, I think, for 6-7 years in the UK. Same with Blues Brothers. You didn't see it. It wasn't on telly or anything, I don't think. Maybe on telly. I think I saw it on telly before I saw it on retail. But crazy. So, yeah. Frank used to be in the seminary or whatever it's called. But
that's right, yeah.
He couldn't forgive people.
No.
So he left. Nightbreed. Oh, Nightbreed is getting a 4K from Screen Factory. Only I was going to say the theatrical cut. Oh, yeah, because there's the was it the other cut called Cabal, wasn't it?
Yeah, see that annoys me. That annoys me with certain releases. You get all right. So you've got the 4K release of X-Men: Days of Future Past, for argument's sake.
Oh yes.
Now my go-to version of that is the road cut. But the road cut obviously didn't get the 4K treatment. It's just the standard theatrical cut.
Yeah.
I haven't got X-Men: Days of Future Past in 4K for that very reason. Same with Waterworld, although I've got the 4K. The other cuts haven't been given that treatment. And I'll hats off to Warner Brothers for doing it for the Donner cut of Superman 2, giving that the 4K treatment as well as the theatrical cut.
Yeah. It's probably a bit of extra work for someone, but it's a good idea.
I mean, imagine it if you get the Alien. If Aliens gets a 4K release and it's not the extended cut, it's just the standard.
Yeah.
The extended cut is the one I watch.
Well, yeah. Why? A lot of these films is why would you go back to the shorter version when? If I can click, yeah, I like John Waters. I don't think I've seen Hairspray with Travolta. saw the remake, which Revolter in the cinema. Wish I hadn't. Oh yeah, I would say John Walters did it. Then it became a stage show, and then it became a film of the stage show. That's what. Yeah, it was Hairspray. I couldn't remember if it was Crybaby or the other way around. The third actor, John Wick, seemed to be inspired by the Punisher party ending in this film. Party ending. Hang on. Oh, with the taking out everyone. Yeah, and then you get this stupid bit where he's firing people.
You know, I mean, it's like you're watching a different film when you step in with Jigsaw.
Because these are all gang members that probably hate each other for a start.
And he's marching up the road like he is here. It just looks
that's just that's the bit I was just
tonally, it's like I'm watching two different films.
Yeah.
I don't feel that this film flows as well as either the Dolph Lundgren one or the Thomas Jane.
Oh, hang on, I'll be back.
Oh, he's gone. So is this streaming on my channel as well?
Right, left side, and it got knocked over. Right, back in the room. Oh, cool. I'm knackered now. Right, what did I miss?
Nothing.
Okay, same thing happened with their release of Life Force. I think it has something to do with the longer cuts coming from an interpositive rather than the original negative. Aha! I know there's technical reasons, but
okay.
But yeah, if it's a technical issue, that's all right. But if it's just for the sake of it,
it just puts me off of picking them up.
Well, yeah,
on 4K because I know that I'm not going to be watching that cut of the film.
Well, yeah, you sit there watching the shorter version or the less good version. Luke's only seen Punisher season 1. There you go. But he's looking forward to seeing him Daredevil Born Again. It's going to be 18 episodes. Oh dear.
Yeah. I reckon that'll be quite short then.
Yeah, I'm hoping so.
I reckon they'll go with She-Hulk length. 25 minutes an episode or something.
Yeah, if it's that minutes. Otherwise, they didn't have the story for that. The Nightbreed director's cut came from the OG negatives, so I'm not sure why that one isn't being remastered.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just the call for Rocky 3 didn't get shown on ITV till 1995 after the screen Rocky 4. As a 12-year-old at the time, it seemed so dated to me. Bloody hell. So why does the gangster's father live in a rundown building? If he's supposed to be this... If they're doing deals for millions and billions.
Because do you want me to say it?
Go on, Em.
Because the script demanded it.
Oh, hang on. I don't know what to make of it. Maybe Shout are becoming cheap. Well, if less people are buying them. The Cabal cut is 2.5 hours with VHS insert. So the director's cut is the final revised 2-hour version put on Blu-ray to the general public. The Cabal cut is a different thing that the DC was assembled. Yeah, now it's getting complicated. When films have cuts, director's cuts, and completely different cuts. Yes, Warzone is very uneven. That is the one thing everyone agrees on with this film. Now, this came out, 2008? When did The Raid come out? And Judge Dredd. Or Dredd, sorry.
Dredd was 10, I think.
12? Huh?
I think it was 2010, Dredd.
Yeah, a couple of years later, wasn't it?
The Raid was before that.
With the Punisher going through a whole building. Just that be the story. Trying to get to someone to rescue them. They made a mint.
Well, I have to see if MCU Punisher, if they put him in the War Machine armor.
But Rhodey's still with us.
He is, but gets stolen or something.
Well, someone had to say it. Falcon's superpower is being black. He was such a good character as Falcon.
He is. I love the Falcon. So I have no issue with the fact that he took over the mantle of Captain America. It made more sense logically from a narrative perspective than it being Bucky Barnes.
Yeah.
Just because of what he's done.
Yeah. Past and everything, but yeah. If you had, but Bucky's got superpowers on a bionic arm. Oh, I got technical issues now.
Why? What's happened?
Just lost me again. Stupid internet. Must be the temperature.
Yeah.
I disappeared for a second. You were too busy watching the film to notice.
I was, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think I saw the Cabal cut once, so it must have been back when it came out. And it went out of print. Oh, he's got a copy, though. I think SF, I just cut. Oh, South Factory, I just cutting corners or waiting to release the DC again on 4K as a standalone disc. Yeah.
Probably, I wouldn't be surprised if the latter. They'll try and get double sales.
2012. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
Oh, was it 2012? Was it? Oh.
Raid was 2011.
Wrong.
So yeah, it would have been because it's almost where are we? An hour and there's less than 50 minutes left of film.
Mm-hmm.
So after that big fight earlier with the Punisher, it takes one punch from Sam and Punisher to knock Salmon out now.
Yeah.
I think like sucks him in the jaw or something, so with a gun.
Do you know why?
Why?
There's a script demanded it.
I'm going to stop falling for that in a minute.
That's just my go-to answer for when you...
Strange how British films were shown a year later or before. I remember My Left Foot Shotgun and got shown on ITV the same year it was released in 1990. Yeah, I guess that was a British film, wasn't it? Yeah. I guess part of the money came from that. They could show it straight away. And how stupid are these people where other people turn up with guns? It's pretty obvious there to shoot them. Hey, hello, Kel. How are you?
Hey, Kel. How you doing?
Still a crime to me that Dredd never got a follow-up. Yeah.
It is.
We're just as bitter now as we were back then.
Everyone was crying for R-rated comic book content then, and when they gave one turn up.
I turned up. I saw it in 3D in the cinema.
So did I. Only because there weren't them in 2D version anywhere near me to see.
Well, it's the one film that works because it is slow motion, so it does work for 3D better than it does.
Never a fan of 3D.
Yeah, I've never purposely gone back to it now.
So I love this whole. I like this whole scene. I like the way Ray Stevenson handles himself with the weaponry and all that during this entire scene. It's all done really well.
Yeah, he looks a pro, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I don't know how he's carrying all that weight and jumping through windows. He's a tough bastard.
Well, it's a good thing those the boards that he jumped through, gave way, innit, really?
Luckily, the gangsters cut them first, so they're not as strong as they would be. He does get hit a few times, but...
See, where's the skull? You can't see the skull.
Yeah. You have to take a shot every time you see a skull. Unless it's someone being shot in it. Yeah, he's in shadow. He's got his arm in front of him. I don't think he's even wearing it at all, is he?
No, he has got it on. It's just so faint.
It seems to be getting faded the more the film goes on, maybe, on purpose.
Yeah, because she didn't want it.
Yeah. I don't know why it's that. Disney MCU would make the Punisher PG-13 in why that theatrical release, yeah. And say, well, why didn't anyone turn up? We got you a Punisher film. Just because he's talking it through with people instead of shooting them in the face. I remember London.
If he goes up against, if they do a silly thing where he goes up against, Skrulls or something, then you can do it.
Yeah, you can kill as many aliens as you want.
Yeah, but
even if they're humanoid.
This bit's a bit silly. I don't get this.
Which bit?
Well, he sticks
this whole film is silly.
The grenade through the door.
Yeah.
Blows out the windows. Why wouldn't it blow out the door back on him?
Because of the script.
Yeah.
Because the power of God compels it. Oh yeah, LWT used to make their own films about 18 months after they released. They'd be on TV. The Tall Guy in Wilkes, yes, I remember The Tall Guy. Pre-fame, Jeff Goldblum and Emma Thompson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Channel 4 made the films, and then they had Film 4, didn't they, in the later 90s?
They did.
Yeah, he launches that grenade, and everyone explodes. The windows explode. People fly out the windows.
Yeah.
But the doors remain shut. Oh, the Raid 2 was 2014. It's been 9 years, bloody hell. But was it Iko Uwe is in Expendables 4?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. None of these guys are going to make it, but he finishes them off anyway, just in case, which is the correct way. Double tap. Apparently, Sylvester Stallone is going to make another Rocky film. I should think they just leave it because he's too old for it now. It'd be like, it's not like he'd be fighting in it. Yeah. I don't know, because last we heard he was upset with the person that owns the rights.
He was.
So unless the person gives him the rights, I doubt he'll make a film. It is. Dredd was brilliant. There you go. Yes, it was. Carl Urban's a badass. Oh, there's a guy smoking in the elevator. Oh, for fuck's sake.
See, and then after Carl Urban, after doing Dredd, a couple of years after, he'd done a TV series called Almost Human.
Oh, yeah, I like that one.
That was very much... that felt very Judge Dreddy in the early... it almost felt like it was set in the early days of Mega City 1.
Yeah.
Before the Judges came about. Because it was a walled city and all that sort of thing, wasn't it, in the future?
Yeah.
But yeah, Fox, wasn't it? And
yeah,
Fox.
They messed up the episodes just like they did with Firefly. There was only one season just before, just as it was getting good. Because they had good chemistry, those two.
They did.
Because what was it? The guy was a android.
Yes.
And then Carl Urban had a hatred for androids, so let's make them police partners. It's just like an 80s cop thing.
There you go.
But yeah, that's why it worked.
Yeah, absolutely. That was good.
Like me and you. There's the strong, intelligent type, and then there's the other guy. Yeah, I don't think... Yeah, Rocky should not be training anyone. You had that in Creed, don't need it again.
No, you don't.
Yeah, Creed. Yeah, that was a Channel 4 film, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I saw Dredd in the cinema. See, everyone saw it in the cinema. Should have made more money, even though the marketing was terrible. They didn't sell it as a must-see. Yeah, yeah. I don't remember even seeing a trailer for it. Nah, poor Microchip. Save Microchip, not the two women he doesn't know. Although if she'd taken the money and run, this wouldn't be happening. So it's her fault.
That's it.
I guess this is... It's lit like Batman Forever. It's got a guy overacting like Jim Carrey, and now he's got to choose who's he going to save.
You
don't punish... That's no way to punish the Punisher. I would love for someone to make a Judgment on Gotham movie. Oh, hang on.
Oh, Judgment on Gotham, based on the that's Judge Dredd. That's Judge Dredd Batman.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, in the comics, they've done 2 crossovers, 2 or 3, I think, with Judge Dredd and Batman. Judgment on Gotham was the first one.
Ah.
Matt Wagner, I think, was the artist on that. If I'm mistaken.
Yeah. No idea.
It's actually on my bookshelf in the next room.
Get your camera, go on, off you go.
What? Okay, I'll grab it. Stay there.
I'll catch up on this chat. Right, the hotel scene is pretty awesome. Yeah, it's only very short. I always thought it was long. It's like less than 10 minutes. This whole hotel scene when it gets to the shootout at the end. Dread 2012. Too bad it bombed. Yeah. Judgment Gotham is a great story. There we go. Thank you, Don. Would have been interesting to see a Punisher multiverse, like No Way Home with Stephen Lundgren, Jane, and Bethany. But I thought, that'd be a violent film if they all turned up. But yeah, it would be interesting.
There we go.
Hang on. Let's go solo for this one.
It's I said Matt Wagner, John Wagner. Where did I get Matt Wagner from? I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't ring a bell, but nor does John Wagner. So,
Alan Grant. Yeah.
Hello,
So you had Justice in Gotham, Vendetta in Gotham, Ultimate Riddle, and Die Laughing. Yeah. It was...
But how the hell do those two get together?
Sorry?
How the hell does that get together? Isn't Judge Dredd in the future after a nuclear war?
Look, it's comic book storytelling. They can do it. It's not a Portal thing, I guess. It's been a long time since I've read them.
Well, read them out to us. We got time.
We ain't got time. But yeah, they was a good. Yeah, that was back in the day when you had, you had Batman, Predator.
Yeah, stuff. Batman, Turtles.
Yeah, it was Batman, Turtles, pretty recent.
Yeah, Batman, Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
Who else is there? He's in loads, isn't he? Batman, Dracula.
Mm-hmm. Batman versus Aliens.
Is there anyone Batman doesn't join up with or fight?
Well, you have had Batman Punisher as well.
Oh yeah, there's that theory that Thomas Wayne and Thomas Jane's Punisher has a cameo in Spider-Man 2, isn't there? When
at the end,
when she's running in a wedding dress, there's a guy that looks just like him. In the background.
Thomas Jane's stunt double, apparently.
Oh.
It would have timing wise, it makes sense.
Yeah.
It wasn't Thomas Jane.
No.
Thomas Jane never denied it when it was said. He never denied nor confirmed. But it was, and the geezer does look. He does turn and look at the. He's all in black, dark hair, and he does turn and prominently look towards her.
Okay.
Just like a little nod. That's all it is. More than
anything. Yeah. Jigsaw's burnt to death. You actually make sure he's dead, right? It's like a small wink to the audience, yeah.
Yeah.
Because Spider-Man 2 was that 2004 as well?
Yes.
Yeah. Have you heard about Dolph Lundgren? Because I haven't. No, I think he's on the mend, or he's in the gym.
I don't know what's happening to him.
But yeah, I saw him on Instagram the other day. He was in the gym working out. And yeah, he's in Expendables 4, isn't he?
He is.
There's a delete scene where Tom Jane was his stunt double, but he wasn't available that day. There you go. If I just catch up with the chat, I'd have the information. I asked Marty if she'd seen Rita 2 and Bob 2. She said I haven't seen Rita Sue and Bob 1 yet. It's before your time. It's a British comedy. Adult British comedy. What's best? The Raid 1 or 2? Raid 2 is more technically, because it's such a whopping story of 2.5 hours, if not longer. So
I've got to say, I hate the close of this film.
I was going to ask you about this. It's just a mugger. Frank?
And it ends on a joke. It ends on I've got brains on me. And it's just so...
Yeah, it's got nearly 8 minutes of bloody credits, I realised yesterday. There's an hour and 35 just for the film, but there's 7 or 8 minutes of credits because there's so much second unit and different locations.
That's what you got the shuttle search button for.
Trying to see. A Salem orderly was Pat Fry, apparently, if you wanted to know. trying to think if I saw someone's name that leapt out, and I don't think it did. Yeah, the stunts. I think it's this. It's more. There's more carpenters in this film than there were stunt people. There's 7 stunt doubles. Yeah, here's all the stunt people. There's about 30 stunt people. There's about 40 carpenters. But yeah, I prefer Raid 1 because it's a quick film. But yeah, Raid 2 is. I don't know how they made that for such a low budget. Reminds me of the time my nan confused Godzilla with God's Dinner. I can see that. Yeah, here you go. Here's electricians. There's nearly as many electricians as there is stunt people. Maybe it's just rigging electricians. There's more than there is stunt people.
Well, with all that lighting.
I know. Yeah, I guess you're right because every scene has 3 lights lighting the whole thing. Yeah, what they did to Microchip's mom is pretty messed up. A bit of dark humor as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was bleak, wasn't it? It was popular with us kids, so yeah, it was like advertised as a soft core film. A bit more darker than that. I had that set too. There you go. Good old Don. I think Frank Grillo would make a good Punisher. Yeah. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I don't mind Frank Grillo. He's all right. I think he's.
So I guess the closest would be what in the not the Plague films. What is it?
Oh, the Christ.
See, it's not just me though. Purge films,
Purge.
yes. You went around punishing people in that, I guess. I think Raid 1 is stronger.
He's already had his MCU turn, so he can't come back.
Hang on. Stevenson had 2 goes.
Who?
Ray Stevenson, like you said, he's in this and in Thor.
No, yeah, but this ain't MCU. Grillo was in, he was Crossbones.
It's just a different universe, isn't it?
Well,
yeah. Jigsaw gets owned pretty good in this. Yeah, he's not coming back.
No, he's not.
I guess that's the trouble with Punisher films. Could the bad guy be? Like you said, there's none that stay around long enough to be.
Barracuda.
Oh, who's Barracuda?
Oh, it's some big black fella. Gold teeth.
Is he good or bad?
No, he's bad. Bad fella.
Yeah. Batman Dead End.
He's from the Max run as well. Batman Dead End film. Yeah, that's where Batman fights the alien. Have you not seen it? Batman Dead End?
No, it doesn't ring.
After this, go it's 8 minutes long. Just YouTube it. Batman.
Yeah, I got Jennifer Lawrence pictures to look at first.
And Batman fights an alien and a predator in it.
Nice.
And it was in the early. I'd say it's more than. Is it about 15 years ago? It was before Batman. It was before 2005. It's older than that.
Bloody hell.
It was before Batman Begins, and everyone was saying that this is best on-screen iteration of Batman you've ever seen.
Right, nice.
Seriously, it was good. It's good. It's only 8 minutes, and the Joker in it is played by the son of Walter Koenig.
Oh, is it? Nice.
Yeah.
Right. Let's wrap this up.
What was that? Was that your missus coming in?
Yeah. She says,
Then
bloody AJ again.
She said, no, she said it's your bedtime now. Get off.
It is. Bedtime for you. And you. Batman finds a dimension belt. He presses a button on it and it's transported to Mega City 1. Is that what happens or is that just...
That probably sounds about right. Dimension belt.
It was on Kickstarter. Stallone's Dread is the best. Yeah. I'm the law. Maybe that'll come up in Juice Live.
That's the only thing that didn't work in that film. The whole film is fantastic. It's the world of Judge Dredd is brilliant in it. He's just not Judge Dredd. That Judge Dredd just wasn't done correct.
Yeah.
But I like. Oh no, that's a film I can just rip apart now. I can rip that film.
That might be an interesting one then.
Yeah, I can point out so many things in it for you. It winds me up. I used to enjoy it, and now every time I watch it, I like it less and less and less.
Yeah. What do you think about the soundtrack to this? Because there's a lot of noise.
No, I didn't. It didn't work for me.
Because it's
a
lot of shouting. Too old for that now. Oh, he's been kidney cancer. He's been doing it for years and probably was part of the steroid usage. Hello, Dr. Impossible. Just here for the end. Well, welcome.
Yeah,
so welcome.
Just as we go. It's not personal.
Probably is for AJ.
No Punisher.
No Punisher 04 soundtrack. Yeah.
I didn't mind some of the score in the 04 one.
Well, apparently Lexi had a composer that she worked with before, and they made a score, but then Lionsgate threw it out and got someone else in, which is a shame. They wanted Barracuda for Warzone sequel, but it got scrapped when the film bombed. There you go. That would have been if he's one of the famous ones. There's a Batman versus Aliens two-part comic story. Bloody hell. Batman always wins. So.
Yeah, I think there was three Batman Predators, different Batman Predator stories. You met them 3 times. You even had Justice League fight them. You had Green Lantern, Superman versus Aliens, Superman versus Predator. Christ, yeah. And now it's Marvel's turn because you're finally getting Wolverine. Now Marvel's got, owns the right Alien and Predator and own Marvel Comics. You've now got Wolverine versus Predator coming soon.
Okay, that was the great action movie I've ever seen. Well, this one. Hello, Stanton. She's on to you, Gareth, because you mentioned the pictures of Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah,
I never saw them. Honest. Where's the HD version?
I never saw them. You have to forward them over to me, Gareth.
Just like the barbed wire extended scene.
Yes.
So Jennifer Lawrence pics are useless, so blurry. Well, there's AI apps now that will clear them up. I mean, you dirty man. The soundtrack is very 2000s. Yes, it is. Absolutely love the 95 Judge Dredd. Awesome score. Who did the score to that?
Alan Silvestri.
I thought it'd come up somewhere. Robin is in Batman versus Predator 3. Oh, was the Punisher versus Archie comic?
There was yes, there is a Punisher Archie. I do have it in the collection. Got a nice cover, I believe.
Oh yeah, and your Wolverine versus Predator one you mentioned.
Yeah, that's coming soon. It's about time Marvel done that. To be honest, done a crossover with their characters.
AJ, I'm on Luke's Films Unboxing Live this Friday. This isn't a place to advertise stuff. AJ's the worst for that.
That's great.
Yeah.
Because I meant to do it the other day, the 2 Lukes, but they couldn't.
And you need to watch Marked for Death next. I love Marked to Death. Did I do that?
All right, Kel.
I did a watch party a few months ago. I think. Action April. What year is it? What month is it?
What?
Hello, John. Got him a new motor. Good night, all. Good night, Bob. And so, yes. Good night, AJ.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining me.
I'm off for some woman scorned now. Better film.
Oh, there's a Vampirella versus Aliens comics.
Yes, there is. I've got them.
Is she wearing any clothes in that one?
What?
Is she wearing any clothes in that one?
Well, she's wearing what little she does.
Some pasties normally, isn't it? Night, Frances. Fran Sanchez. Night.
You've even had Predator versus. You've even had Predator fight Tarzan in the comics.
Oh yeah, and the Green Lantern versus Aliens. Bloody hell!
Yeah.
Amazing.
Dark Horse Comics and DC Comics coming together.
Best of friends. Take care. See you, Stanton. Thanks for joining us, and Austin. Thanks for joining us. Until